In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and that Muhammad is his servant and messenger. I would like to further bear witness and give thanks to the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, who was and still is one of the most courageous, bold, and beautiful examples of a black man, not just in North America, but across the world. And last but not least, a supreme thank you to his warner and guide in our midst today, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Without God and these two men, I would not be here expressing my gratitude today. It is in their names that I greet you all with the greeting words of peace of Assalamu alaikum. How are we doing? Okay, so I'm going to make this as interactive as possible. So last week, I spoke about, the topic was Islam, music, and the unraveling. And we're going to go briefly about, I'm going to speak briefly about the chakras, which is what I spoke about yesterday. So I'm going to give you a brief topic. So forgive me if I speak fast, inshallah, you can follow me. Okay, so chakras in 3 words, meaning wheels, spiritual consciousness, or energy centers. These are the 7 energy centers that go along your body, along the spine. The first one is the root, which is survival, which is called the earth chakra. The orange one, you can see, is sacral, which represents sex, and that is your water. The yellow one, solar plexus, which equals power, which is known as the fire chakra. The green one represents heart, which means love, which again means the heart chakra. The blue is throat, which represents expression, which covers sound. The third represents the third eye, which is perception, and that is represented by light. And last but not least is the crown chakra, which is the spiritual center, which represents thought. Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay. So the first 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, first 3 chakras, which they all rotate in the energy going as so. The first 3 represent dealing with the external reality, how secure and stable your life is, how you fit into your community, how you express your individuality. Those are for the lower chakras. The middle chakras, which is 4, 5, and 6, 4, 5, and 6, represent or deal with the internal reality. They determine your self-perception and how you express yourself and relate to others. The last chakra, which is the highest chakra of all, number 7, deals with ultimate reality and infinite potential. So, as I continue, what I did last week was play 5 tracks, and I asked everyone that was here to close their eyes and listen with their ears and their heart. So what I'm going to do is just refresh so we're all on the same page. I've changed the tracks from who was here last week. But so what I want you to do is close your eyes as I play these 5 tracks, and I want you to feel how, or just remember how it makes you feel, what it makes you want to do, so on and so forth. Okay, so are we ready? Eyes closed. Here is the first track.
Love and hate can never be friends. Oh no, oh no. Here I come with love and hatred. So they could bless and mercy shall follow by all the days of our life.
Second, keep them closed.
I'm faithful, Mama is good. I won't alone. Too much you the heart keeps turning. Oh, what a day, what a day, what a day. He's in flashing.
Third.
my leather black jeans on, my by any means on, part and I'm getting my screen on, and jeans on. We're watching you bring home. You see a black man with a white woman at the top, so they gon' call it your King Kong. Middle America.
The fourth.
I don't get tired, and I don't feel tired, if you want for my hand, for loyalty, if you want to be my
And fifth. Okay, you can open your eyes. Are we good? Yes. Okay. So, as we move into the next segment of this lecture, I want you to again remember how that selection of sounds made you feel. I'm going to give you 3 words: human, water, sound. The Holy Quran says of water, Surah 11, verse 7, "And he it is who created the heavens and the earth in 6 periods. And his throne of power is ever on water, that he might manifest the good qualities in you. Whoever of you is best in deeds, and if thou sayest, you shall surely be raised up after death. Those who disbelieve say this is nothing but clear deceit." So the reason I wanted you to listen to the sounds, we're coming into it now. So, in the New York Times bestseller, the book titled, magnificent book, The Hidden Messages in Water by Masaru Emoto, he explains, so you can follow it too. The main focus in this book is water, and the more you understand water, the more difficult you will find it to deny the existence of God. The average human body is 70% water. We start out life being 99% water as fetuses. When we are born, we are 90% water, and by the time we reach adulthood, we are down to 70%. If we die of old age, we will probably be about 50% water. In other words, throughout our lives, we exist mostly as water. From a physical perspective, humans are water. When I realized this and started to look at the world from this perspective, I began to see things in a whole new way. First, I realized that this connection to water applies to all people. Therefore, what I am about to say applies to everyone, all over the world. I believe I am also starting to see the way that people should live their lives. So how can people live happy and healthy lives? The answer is to purify the water that makes up 70% of your body. Water in a river remains pure because it is moving. When water becomes trapped, it dies. Therefore, water must constantly be circulated. The water or blood in the bodies of the sick is usually stagnant. We can see this condition as the stagnation of the emotions. Modern researchers have shown that the condition of the body, when you are living a full and enjoyable life, you feel better, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Physically, and when your life is filled with struggles and sorrow, your body knows it. So when your emotions flow throughout your body, you feel a sense of joy, and you move towards physical health. Moving, changing, flowing. This is what life is about. So what I'm about to show you is the essence of his work. And This is what I'm just going to give you a quick snippet. It says, Dr. Emoto's work with water beautifully illustrates the healing power of love and gratitude. These building blocks of appreciation support our well-being in body, mind, heart, and soul. The hidden messages in water is the most valuable contribution to the creation of a positive future of our world. So what he did is he took a photograph of water particles and did different experiments with words. So this is why I said it's important that we listen to music and we listen to the sound. So, are we ready? The first one, you can see this? Thank you. So as you can see, I'm just going to read it from here. This picture here, you can see those two?
Yes.
Okay. So it was distilled water heated in the microwave resulted in a crystal similar to that created by the word Satan, and the water exposed to the mobile telephone can't be much better for your body. So here you had the two crystals that were formed, and after you put it next to a mobile telephone, this is what happened. When it was put next to a microwave, this is what happened. This one here represents thank you. When you say thank you to water in English, in Chinese, in, I think that is German, yes, French, Korean, and Italian. Can you see that? Okay. The next one. The one right at the top represents if someone said you fall in Japanese. And then if it's said again in English, and again, the bottom one says, you make me sick, I will kill you. So when that was said to water, that's what was said.
Wow.
This one represents when you say thank you in Japanese. So, carry on. The next ones, I'll read you the definition. This one at the end, this one says, I'm sorry in Japanese. This shows what a simple I'm sorry can result in. Perhaps the reason the crystal was blurred is because a simple I'm sorry can sound more sincere than an elaborate apology. I believe we can all agree.
Yes.
This crystal represents when modern jazz was played to it by the author, P.O.W.E.R. Again, I urge you to go and listen to it. It's called Cleopatra's Dream. Absolutely beautiful. So the explanation for that one was modern jazz from the 1950s created this beautiful crystal indicating of the healing qualities of this music created during a period of turmoil. This one at the end represents if you say angel to it as opposed to when you say Satan. So again, words have power, if you can see that. The explanation for the Satan was the word angel resulted in a ring of small crystals linked together, while the word Satan formed a crystal with a dark lump in the center as if ready to attack. This crystal here represents love and gratitude. It says this crystal is as perfect as can be. This indicates that love and gratitude are fundamental to the phenomenon of life, all of nature. We're going to keep going through it. So television, again that says, let's do it. As that's saying it in a way that it says, it creates a lovely shape at the top, while do it creates a crystal similar to that created by the word Satan. This might indicate that force and commands are alien to the principles of nature. So we're going to keep going because I wanted to get through it. It used to represent Beethoven when classical music was played to it. This time. Okay, yes, this is what I wanted to get to. So this was lake water before prayer was over it. This was lake water after a Buddhist prayer was prayed over it. So this is why it's imperative, one, like the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said, that we think 5 times before we speak, and 2, that we always say Bismillah whenever we eat something. This one is formed when wisdom is said in Japanese, English, and German. Okay, so the last bit of my lecture, in closing, is from Dr. Layla Africa. I'm just going to read this to you. And this is what he says about music and speaking sounds. A holistic use of music is rather common today. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Music is used to calm patients in hospitals. It is used to excite football games. It was used in wars, festivals, dances, and religious rites. Music was used during slavery, and the African melodic and rhythmic form is present in the blues. The rhythm for African dance music is in 3. This is based on the beats of the heart. Africans count 3 beats. 1. Open is 1 beat. 2. Beat. And 3. Close is the 3rd beat. The Europeans count only the beats heard. Incidentally, this makes Europeans appear out of step when attempting to dance to Afrocentric music. Music affects effects and affects crystals, colors, metals, oils, food, incense, and internal organs. Musical notes which stimulate dis-ease organs towards health were emphasized in healing songs. Some healers can excite cures by using music alone because music has a holistic effect. So there's quite a lot of time is upon me, but what I wanted to get to is he explains the different notes. So he said that there are healing notes. You can see that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what I was saying is that you've got notes F, E, A, D, and G. So it says when you're listening to music and you hear a bass, everybody likes a good bass line. When, I'm used to the whole drop the B line, right? Yeah. So the bass line are made up of the F clef, the lower scale of the F clef. E, A, D, and G is what you see here on a traditional bass. So what they do is the following. F represents the nervous system, circulatory system, and heart. E, purification assists in healing diabetes, intestinal and bowel diseases. A, diseases of eye, ear, nose, dental, and emotional disorders. D, for digestion and assimilation, diseases involving the lungs and the respiratory system. G, stimulates tranquility and peace, eliminates infection. So, I can have the lights on, please. In closing, you can see I did the notes in terms of what happens to you when the bass line hits you and it goes through your core. It's affecting every energy center within your chakras. And this is why bass line and music is so imperative to us as Black people. And with that, I leave you and I thank you for your time. Excuse me, I apologize for having to run through it so quickly. Inshallah, my part 2 of this, I'll be able to go deeper into it. So with that, I thank you and I greet you. Greet my peace. Assalamu alaikum.